Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now. Yeah. Black Ink Radio.
Something do what we do. Yeah.
Hey.
Black Ink is back. I heard the drop.
We heard the drop.
I heard the intro. I heard the intro.
You heard the intro?
I did.
How you like it? How's
I
everyone
love it.
doing today? Everybody good?
Everyone is great. Yeah, patio. That's what it is, man.
Mr. Kevin versus Floyd is in the building.
Uh-oh. I see he got his sleeves rolled up today. What's up with that? Oh, wait a minute. He got glasses on. Yo.
That's brother Kevin right now.
Oh, good job.
Watch your mouth. That's brother Kevin.
The name is brother.
Kevin out here looks like a 2000. He's like a 2002 R&B sensation.
What's going on, man?
Yo, my man got. Yo, hold on, let me see your drip. Put the camera on it. Somebody shine the light on it.
Yeah, he said it too.
I'm just trying to keep up with you, big bro.
Very handsome.
I'm just trying to keep up with you.
Very handsome.
Right. My man out here, yo.
I'm just trying to keep up with Mr. International.
Mr. International.
Nah, bro, it's you
so
international today,
you out
man.
there in the sunny state, the good old sunshine state.
Yeah, you know, man. I'm reporting.
Cali
I'm West Coasting with it, man.
Hey.
I'm West Coasting today.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
This work. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We out here.
You can't hear yourself?
I mean, I'm just out here chilling with the fan bam today.
You gotta face the words towards you, brother.
Hollywood City.
You been going that long?
Man, you know everything is everything.
Well,
I don't make no noise. You know what is going on today? Missy Elliott. She just got her Hollywood star today.
Right, give
Do you hear me?
some flowers.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yeah, give Missy
hear
some
you.
hand claps and flowers and yeah. So she was out there getting her joint today. So shout out to Missy Elliott and all the good people in Hollywood.
Yes. Give me some flowers. She well deserved them.
Oh man, like me and my man was just saying, like she should have been got her joint.
Yeah.
When she got into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
She's definitely a goat.
Like, cause he just brought it to my attention. Yeah, he said it was her, Jermaine Dupree, and Dallas Austin. So they the only songwriters in the Songwriter Hall of Fame. JD, Missy, and Dallas Austin. For the culture, for the hip hop culture that is.
For the hip hop culture.
Hip hop and R&B. Yeah.
Nice.
Missy the GOAT.
Missy the GOAT. Or as Dr. Bay would say, Missy the Sheep. I said, as Dr. Bay would say, Missy the Sheep. The GOAT is
Missy. Yeah, you think so, man? Puff is that boy, though, man. I don't think Puffy gonna take no L like that. Nah. Hold up.
You battle? As far as producers,
right?
Jermaine Dupree is going to kill, bro.
Going to kill.
So
Puffy.
I
don't know who. I don't know who will win, but it'll be a crazy battle.
It's gonna be a crazy battle, but I don't think Puff is too egotistical.
I don't know who will win because they both got classics.
Right.
They both.
Wait, no. You need that mic.
I mean, but
I'm gonna be able to hear you.
Okay.
Bro.
Can't hear you.
That's one now, so you can see in the room.
Huh?
Yeah.
I said, you can see into the room now. On live.
Nah, they don't
You see through that? That's what I thought. Okay. So I need this mic.
Yeah.
Bro,
Okay.
he was
I got you.
by doing his thing. It was just him and Dallas Austin. He was doing his thing down there before L.A. Reid even got there.
Right. So about we're gonna stay in the music lane. Puff versus Jermaine Dupree. Like in the versus battle, who you got?
Neither one. I think they both dope.
Right. So you don't got like
I
mean,
don't think it would be
like,
fair.
I think they both fire. It's gonna be a crazy battle. You can't go wrong with either one. But if I had to pick, because I'm a heavy R&B dude, I'm gonna pick Jermaine Dupree.
Oh, you gonna pick Jermaine?
He had more R&B than Puff. Jermaine got Escape. He got Jagged Edge.
Well, no,
like
but
Puff he got Mary. He got Mariah Carey.
Mariah had Mary.
Puff had Mary. JD had Mary and Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
And
Total.
Puff had was Total. Total and Faith. He was mainly hip hop.
Yeah,
Puff was mainly
but
hip
they
hop.
still had bangers.
I said the battle was crazy because I'm more R&B.
But Puff had 112. Puff had.
Yeah, 112. I love 112. I forgot about 112.
Jagger at Edge.
Puff had.
And that's crazy because I take 112 over Jagged Edge any day.
What?
And I love Jagged Edge, but I think 112 better.
No.
Personally.
No, there is no better with Jagged Edge. Crazy?
Puff, my God.
I don't mean better, but I'm just saying for me, what resonates with me, I would take 112 first.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've been with
I would take 112. I like Jagged Edge.
But Jagged Edge.
But I would take 112 first.
Yeah, but here's my point. You can't. You are the one person when it gets into what's his name? Because he defends him like they were relatives. What's his name? Joe, the artist, the singer.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, Joe's dope.
He loves Joe, right? He takes Joe over.
Oh, I do love Joe. He underrated. People be sleeping my boy Joe.
His number one reason he gives Joe is not going anywhere because he's like, who's not going to play Joe at the wedding? Who's not going to play Jagged Edge at a wedding? Jagged Edge has all of the wedding songs.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing that. And I'll argue Joe over anybody. He's underrated for his songwriting, vocal,
and so is Jagged Edge.
songs. No, Jagged Edge not underrated. Everybody loves Jagged Edge. I love Jagged Edge. I just said if you ask me, I'm going to take 112. I love Jagged Edge. But if you saying Jagged Edge versus 112, I'm going to take 112.
So you saying that 112 has more hits than Jagged Edge?
No, I think it's the same down there.
No.
I think about the same.
No.
I think about the same.
No. Is it?
I think about the same.
No. Jagged Edge got way more.
I was going to say, because you can't name me more than 5 Jagged Edge hits.
Are you out your goddamn
Name more than 5 right
now.
now. Name more than 5 right now, because you can't.
Right.
You got that. You got Let's Get Married.
Let's Get Married. He named 3. You got Where the
Promise.
Party
Let's
At.
Get Married. Where the Party At.
Mm-hmm.
I even let you throw in Let's Get Married remix. What else you got?
Oh, man.
I love Walked Out of Heaven, but more people even going to think of Walked Out of Heaven.
Yeah,
what else you got? What else you got?
Why wouldn't they?
Because that was a under the radar hit. That wasn't a top charting hit like the other ones we just named.
Oh well, there's a bunch of top charted than me because I loved all the albums.
Yeah, I did too. I'm a fan. I Gotta Be. I love that song. Y'all even name I Gotta Be. I'm naming more Jagged Edge songs than y'all. I just said, but I think I like 112 more because everybody got to sing in 112. I don't like groups where only 1 or 2 people only sing. In 112, everybody got to sing a solo.
No, they didn't.
Everybody got to sing.
Edge, the twin song, and the other
it's
one
only the twin song, and I don't like groups.
Everybody's sung.
I don't like groups where only.
No, they all
exactly.
sang. They all sang, but everybody wasn't a lead singer.
That's what I'm saying. In 112, all of them got the lead singing part. All of them voices was crazy. Okay.
No,
any one of them could have been a one. All of voices was sick.
I don't mind.
So
I paid attention to the high.
No, I know I did not. I
but you don't
all
count.
of them.
The women count.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying I like groups where everybody get the chance to sing. I don't like when there's only one person singing. I just never did. I like the group. I'm a huge fan. I just say I'm gonna take 112 overall. That's just my opinion.
Edge, but I mean, you got to put them in the category with like Drew Hill.
Who?
Jagged Edge fitting in with Drew Hill. What you talking about? All day long.
Okay. Okay.
Next was my group too.
Next was fire.
Next
was fire, but they're not in a group with Drew Hill though. They're not in the same category.
No, they didn't have one.
They got 3 hits. Next got like 3 top charted hits.
Who?
Jagged Edge. Next, I mean. Jenny got like 3 hits. I think. But Wifey, Butter Love, and goddamn you got Butter Love, Wifey, and Too Close. That's my song. I love Too Close.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's their 3 main hits. That's it. Like Drew Hill can do a versus.
So can Jagged Edge. Come on, Kevin. I don't got time.
Listen,
for that.
Jagged Edge versus you gotta have 20 joints.
That's why I'm saying you gotta have 20. Drew Hill can do a versus. They got 20.
Drew Hill?
They got 20.
No, Drew Hill is
Drew Hill got 20.
They stuff was so good they only gotta have 10.
Honestly, because they could play 10, and now like they got a strong 10 that will beat most people 20.
Like seriously.
Like you gotta think about quality versus quantity. You got people come back to the Chris Brown Usher argument. Who will win the verses? I think Usher got better. Chris Brown got way more songs, but I think Usher has better quality.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Like, it's certain songs. Chris Brown got 1,000 songs.
And I'm a Chris
But
Brown
there's some
fan,
songs that
but
we ain't going to be
Usher is the
singing in 20 years.
Yeah.
Our great-great-grandkids going to be bumping Confessions. like it's
That's
quantity
it.
versus
That's
quality.
sad, 'cause we still gonna
So,
be
like,
bumping the same
yes,
shit
Drew
again.
Hill can play 10. Like, that's like Boys II Men. Boys II Men can play 10 songs, and that'd be enough.
True.
Jodeci can play 10 songs, and that will be enough. Like, it's just certain groups where they ain't got to play the whole 20, and their select few was enough.
Okay.
I don't think Jagged Edge is one of them. They're fire, but I think there's tiers. Like, Jagged Edge should be in the B tier.
Jagged Edge is in the A tier. You can
How?
jagged your
Because
edge up out of here.
how was Jagged Edge in the A tier if you just sitting out there with Drew Hill or Boys II Men or Jodeci? That's A tier.
No.
A tier is down.
Jagged Edge, because you just proved my point. The quality of music that they have can run with them because it's quality.
Right.
They're going to play that at
But
every
they have like
wedding there
4
is.
quality
Sorry.
songs.
No, they don't. They have a bunch. I'm not going into that, and that's not because I can't name them. I can't name that with Jodeci right now, and I'm a Jodeci fan. I can't name that with Boys II Men.
I don't think it's disrespectful for them to be in the B tier because the B tier got bangers.
Listen,
the B tier got Shy.
They're
It got 112. It got Jagged Edge. It got
Jagged
Silk,
Edge
and I
is
love Silk. But I even gotta admit that Silk's in the B tier, and I love Silk.
True.
Vocally, they're
But
not in the B
Jagged
tier,
Edge
but
is
music-wise,
not
they in the B tier.
in that tier.
Jagged Edge cannot hang with Boys II Men, Jodeci.
I think they can.
Drew Hill. I don't think
I
they
think
can.
they can all day long.
I think they can hang with H-Town.
I love H-Town.
I do too.
As much as I love H-Town, they're above H-Town.
But H-Town's in the C tier to me.
I love H-Town.
C tier is
No,
H-Town.
no,
It's High Five.
No.
It's
No. H-Town
it's,
is in B. Because H-Town got their
H-Town not
3
a B.
bangers. It's
H-Town not a
never
B.
going out of style.
It's
Knocking
never,
the
but
Boots
it's
is
never
at
gonna
the
stop.
top of the
It
charts.
is.
Okay?
Nice and slow, thin line between love and hate. I love all them Jones, but they C tier. They C tier. If you doing tiers, like I said, A
right
tier.
now, Siobhan, we're on music, and
listen.
he's over here acting a fool.
Listen, let me say my
But
tiers.
the topic of the day
and tell me if
is
you
boundaries.
Tell me if you let me say my tiers and tell me if you disagree
What's
real
up,
quick.
Tracy?
Let me say my tiers. Let me tell you.
I was answering a question from Siobhan before we move into the topic, which is boundaries in relationships, and that's all relationships, whether that's the relationship with your parents, the relationship with your mates, your friends, is setting healthy boundaries and what that process looks like. But before we get there, we're going to give Kevin a few more minutes for him to explain why he feels like H-Town is in the C tier.
No, listen. Now, I'm going to say my tiers. Rich, Chase, y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree. Because I already know what she's saying. Like I said, A tier as far as R&B groups. A tier is Jodeci, Boys II Men, Drew Hill. That's A tier. B tier, you got Silk, Jagged Edge, 112.
Jagged Edge
C
is
tier.
in the A tier.
Let me finish. I asked them to. We know where you stand. C tier, you got High Five. You got
Thank you,
H-Town.
Siobhan. Kevin doesn't know what real music is.
Me. You got H-Town. You got I said High Five. And what's the other group who sing?
He
you got
just put all of them.
You got
hold on.
Shy.
He just put all of them. Don't get me wrong. He put Jagged Edge in the category with all of them. And don't get me wrong, because I am fans of all of them.
I am too.
But Jagged Edge music is going to stand the test.
We're
of
not
time
arguing
simply
that. We're
because
talking about can you hang with other groups?
We're talking about the
they
quality
can't hang.
of music.
But right, but they listen. This reason why Jagged Edge can't be in A tier with Jodeci, with Boys II Men, with Drew Hill, because all 3 of them has quality and quantity. Jagged Edge only has
Edge
quantity. They don't have. They only has quality. They don't have quantity.
No Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge has quality and quantity.
They don't have.
How many albums Jagged Edge has?
We're talking about. People don't remember our album. We're talking about singles, hit singles. We talking about top charting
I know
singles.
it was over 3.
We talking about top. We talking about top charting singles. They have like Jagged Edge has like 4 top charting singles, mom. Like 4 top charting singles.
I'm not arguing with him because he must have forgot some of the bangers.
I didn't. I listen to him every day. I love Jagged Edge.
I gotta run through their discography.
But I'm just being honest.
I'm honestly about to look it up.
Oh, look it up. I look it up too, cause I know I ain't crazy.
He about to piss me off over here. Jagged Edge.
I'll put up Jagged Edge top charted single.
And to be honest, Jagged Edge could have been so far that
they could have. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that part.
Them boys is bad.
Listen, they is bad. I'm not arguing that part.
Them boys is bad.
Them boys.
Them boys can
Listen,
sing.
and I'm a huge Jagged Edge fan. So
this was my song.
So if they ever see this video, listen. If they ever see this video, I'm a huge fan. So if they ever see this video, don't take it as disrespect.
4 good albums. They have 4 good albums.
We're going by top charting songs.
All right, so here we go right here.
I'm going to tell you.
Stop.
Listen.
I looked it up first.
Go ahead.
Beast.
Go ahead.
He's a beast. Let's Get Married. I Gotta Be. Where the Party At. Walked Out of Heaven. Promise. 5. Goodbye.
That's 5.
What?
You only name 5 songs that we all know.
He can't love you like I love you, baby, because you know it's true.
You didn't name 5 top charting songs.
That was a
He Can't Love You was in top charting songs.
Yes, it was.
The 5 you named was Let's Get Married, Promise, I Gotta Be, Where the Party At,
that was my
and
song.
Let's Get Married remix.
Remedy was my song.
Right, but none of them are top charting. We're talking about top charting. They got 5 top charting songs. Every album got songs that's not top charting that we love, but we're talking about top charting, selling singles. Once again, they got quantity. 5 isn't quality. I mean, they got quality. 5 isn't quantity.
They got 8
so
albums.
their top charted songs is Let's Get Married, Where the Party At, Walked Out of Heaven, Promise, He Can't Love You, Trade It All, Good Luck Charm, and Gotta Be.
All you know is the first one.
I know, and I know Good Luck Charm too.
Okay, but you couldn't think about. Okay, listen.
I love
Jagged Edge. I'm just being honest.
I was married, so I know a lot of the songs.
Okay, listen. I love Jagged Edge, but I'm just being honest about where people stand. Could they have been greater? Yes, they got in their own way. We can argue that. I'm not disputing that.
They had 3 number 1 hits, 5 top 10s, 25 songs.
They got how many number 1 hits?
3 number 1 hits, 5 top 10, and 25 songs.
And what did I just say? Did I not just say they only have 5? I said they only have 5 charting hits. Did I not just say that? Okay. So I was right. I was right.
Yeah, they only have 5. They have 5.
I said 5.
But they didn't have. They only didn't have.
So reason, listen.
They didn't have 5 because.
But
they wasn't good. They just messed up their career with the things they was doing.
I'm not arguing that. So if we're going solely based off quantity of songs, then Jagged Edge. Listen, then Jagged Edge is in the A tier. If we're talking solely about quantity, quality. But Boys to Men, Jodeci and Drew Hill, they have quality and quantity. They got both.
I'm about to look it up.
So that trumps just one.
Put it up there.
We were just talking about. We just literally said all 3 of those groups. I was saying, my man was just saying, Drew Hill was like the hybrid, like right in between I'm not Jagged Edge. Boys to Men and Jodeci.
And Jodeci, there's a hybrid. Cause they was singing love, but the way they looked and talked crazy, it's a hybrid. Come on, man.
Yep.
Drew Hill was just a true.
Yeah, but nobody was touching.
Damn, Joe Hill's only had 14 songs hit the chart, but 9 top 10 hits.
Exactly.
And 3 number
vocally,
1s.
Nobody's touching Boys to Men.
No, nobody. No, vocally,
nobody.
I don't know. I don't know.
Who you got?
Listen, I'm not saying anybody's better than vocally, but you can't say nobody's touching them. You got ones who can compete. You got groups who can compete vocally. Drew Hill can compete vocally.
Yeah, Drew Hill, but I'm just saying, like...
They can compete vocally with Boys to Men. Like, I'm not saying they better.
They can compete. Silk can compete, too.
Silk can definitely compete. You crazy. Silk can compete vocally. Little G, John, what?
No, but they can compete.
We from Philly, so of course Boys to Men is our GOATs. But I'm just saying, vocally, they can compete with anybody. You crazy.
All right, so this must be wrong. Because it only say 1. Yeah, this got to be wrong.
What? Oh, that's all the way wrong.
It gotta be.
That's not right. What you want?
I'm on the same thing I was on for the rest of them.
Boys to Men is the best-selling R&B group of all time, and they still got no hits.
They got 5 number 1 hits, 12 top 10.
Jazz Money. What's up, bro?
26 songs.
What's up, Sandra?
Exactly. That's quality and quantity. Drew Hill was quality and quantity. Jagged Edge is just quality. Yeah. It's just quality. Amazing quality. I love Jagged Edge.
No, they had 5 top 10. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Jagged.
That's not bad, but quantity is more.
Jagged Edge is, like I said, they nice.
I have to.
Jagged Edge is fire. I love Jagged Edge. Let's not get this twisted. I love Jagged Edge, but I don't think they in the tier with them 3 groups I just named. I think Jodeci, Boys to Men, and Drew Hill is in their own tier. I'm sorry.
Hit you, Dev, when I'm done this, John. And
I just know I like 112. I like
And listen, and I love Silk, and I'm a huge Silk fan, but I can't throw them in A tier.
When you put Jagged Edge down there with C and all that, it's like they don't belong.
No, I said Jagged Edge is in the B tier. I didn't say C tier.
I don't think they belong there either.
They in the B tier. C tier is like I said, it's H-Town, it's Shy, and it's all them people.
Jagged Edge not over Boys II Men. No, we're not saying Jagged Edge is over Boys II Men at all. We saying that they can actually compete vocally in a battle.
What is the name of that group? I keep forgetting their name. Cause they in the C tier too.
And if you're talking about quality of music, still, like I said, Silk has quality.
They do.
Them boys
but
they
don't have quantity though.
No. But them boys can sing.
Oh, crazy!
And
they can compete.
That's going to always be in the
right. But they
just
can't
like
be
H-Town. Those three
they
have quality.
What
you said? Nah. What?
Yeah, I know you say no about Silk. He tripping because he tripping.
Why New Edition ain't in there?
Oh, because they back in the day.
Yeah, New Edition before though.
But New Edition can hang with all of them.
And New Edition they own tier.
Yeah.
For me personally, New Edition has quality and quality. They own tier.
Quality, quantity.
Right. So I'm not even. That's why I didn't bring them up because if it wasn't for New Edition, it would be no Boys II Men.
They with the Temptations.
Like exactly. Like if it wasn't no New Edition, there'd be no Boys II Men and all that. So I'm not gonna disrespect them by putting them with that. Like no, you in your own tier. You are the GOATs for a reason.
Who can go up against New Edition?
Group wise? Yeah. Nobody.
Group wise?
Nobody. Unless you want to say the Jacksons.
You could go up against
Only the Jacksons. Nobody. Because they got from kids to adults. Like, nobody.
Who's going up against New Edition?
And then, whatever group you name, who got that combination of Ralph and Johnny Gill voice going back and forth?
No,
then you throw in, then you throw a Ricky voice. Like, how you, I don't know.
I mean, but that type of group, you would have to put them against another group.
It
can't be somebody in the same time.
Temptations, but they not
that's
even
too
in
old.
the same.
That's too old.
Now they can go, but that's how good they are.
They can't, but they too old. Jackson 5 is too old too. But I was just saying.
Zuby Mom saying the words of Keith Sweat. Nobody.
Exactly. I said nobody. Nobody can go up against them.
I mean, the Jackson 5.
Yeah, but that's two different time frames.
It's not about the time frame. It's just about. It's about.
And to be honest.
Well, if you want to,
Jackson 5 is in his own lane. Nobody's going up there.
But
even
you
as kids.
But if you want to talk about,
you could listen. I don't even think the Jackson 5. I'm about to say that.
I
don't think the Jackson.
And I tell you why.
Group wise, New Edition.
Listen, group wise, 90% of the Jackson hits were when they were younger. New Edition got young and when they were grown hits. Jackson 5, they don't have a lot. They have Blame It on the Boogie. They don't have a lot of hits as grown ups.
Kevin.
Because Mike left. That's all I'm saying.
Kevin. I want you to calm down, first of all. What? Two, I'm telling you they do because you have to realize in that group, Mike was the only young one still growing. The rest of them were adults.
No, they wasn't.
No.
They was in high school.
No.
The only one who was somewhat grown was Jackie. He was 17 when they started.
I'm talking about when they started. Right. But when Mike got in the teenage and they still was together, the rest of them were full-fledged married and adults. He was just still a teenager.
Oh, you mean when they actually got into their grooves?
Yeah. When Mike got up there and he was 14, 15, the rest of them was already grown.
They were 19 and 20.
They were still grown.
Well, listen, I said the Jets could compete.
But I'm just saying outside of that, certain quality songs that Mike had, and the tone of his voice, don't get me wrong, Ralph was beast.
You trying to be funny. You said take 6.
Like vocals.
I know. I don't think anybody's fucking with Mike.
I said,
I don't think anybody's fucking with Mike.
Even as Ralph's voice is beautiful as it is, he's not messing with Mike's voice.
Because his voice
at 5,
but man
Mike
for man,
was killing
but
the game.
Man for man,
Ralph's not touching.
No, I'm just saying, man for man, the rest of the Jacksons wasn't fucking with the rest of.
No, I wouldn't say that though. Because
that's what we talking about a group.
Unless you want to tie in
because Jermaine's voice was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Like Jermaine had that Marvin Gaye type of voice.
The DeBarge can go in there though. The DeBarges
vocally, not hits wise. Vocally, not hits wise. Only vocally.
No, I'm talking about not vocally? Even. I'm talking about. Calm down. I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about vocally.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say. And even in hits wise, because What You Call 'Em had hits before the DeBarge, the group came together. Mm-hmm. The brother Bobby had
that's his own entity though. That's not the DeBarge group. He wasn't even in the DeBarge group. He just helped. Bobby, the oldest, wasn't even in the group. He just helped bring it together while his younger brother.
No, he was in the group at first, and then it broke up, and he went his own way, and then he brought him back out. But they had hits.
Yo, MJ, I think he's trying to get in.
You trying to get in?
He's talking about let me in, please. That's only because we talking old school music.
Yeah, he's like, let me go.
Right. We want to get in.
Yes.
Click on the click on the other one. No, you ain't got to do that. No, come out of there. Click on the
there you
on
go.
the one that has the plus one.
I was saying, I was literally about to say them. I was saying vocally with Boyz II Men. I was saying Take 6 or NSYNC.
Did you just say NSYNC vocally?
You said NSYNC.
Vocally.
Did you say
No, you
NSYNC?
never heard them?
Bro, listen.
Wait,
NSYNC can sing, but they not no damn Boyz II Men vocals. Oh my God.
Did you say Wait, no. Chase. No.
Listen.
Pause.
Listen.
NSYNC, bro.
Chase.
You never heard them sing?
I heard them
no,
sing. They can
pause.
sing, but they
Chase.
not no damn Boyz II Men level vocally.
Somebody said Chase, you smoking.
But listen.
Chase.
Hold
Did you just say NSYNC for Boyz II Men?
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. Let me just say something real quick. Listen, Chase, you can go on YouTube right now. Everything I love, I just watched a week ago. I just watched. Hold on, listen. Let me say this. I just watched a live video. I just watched a video of Boyz II Men, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, all performing live together in Vegas. No. You think so? I think Tina can. I think she may hang.
Because Tina, I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe
she ain't
Tina
gonna
can
win.
hang.
But I think she can hang though.
Because Tina, it has shown even when she was featured and came to the awards, she needed a push from Rick James. She needed all of what he was giving her.
Yeah.
That black little magic he sprinkled on her. Listen, he made her a beast. He pulled all of that out of her.
That's soul.
But outside that, by herself, when she would feature, she would skips and run the line. You know how other people can hear the beauty and value in your voice, like I did to Tina, and train it that way, and help bring it out. He did that for her. Now she's a beast all day long. I love Tina Marie.
Who is that?
Tina Marie, beast.
Oh yeah, Tina Marie.
I mean, I think she can hang with the best. Look, we always put black.
She got black in her.
She did. She had black in her from Rick James.
I want to say Tina Marie was the first rapper.
There's a lot of black in her.
Oh wow. Is that what we doing today?
Tina Marie was the first female rapper.
Black in her. Tina don't have a black feature in her. I mean, she got more of a maybe Spanish when her hair was curly. She had that kind of Spaniard look.
She was white.
Yeah. No,
we doing that today.
I'm just saying.
No, we're not. I'm just saying.
You have a lot of white people who can sing, but there's not a lot who can sing. That's why when you hear them sing, it's like, what the hell?
I think they can sing, but they don't have soul. It's two different things.
Soul is what makes you a singer. That's what put the A's at there. It makes soul what makes you a singer. Like, you need that. So you got to been through some things, experienced something.
My whole point was asking if they could, in their prime, nobody is messing with Boyz II Men. Oh, I know. Chase had to clear that up. You definitely had to clear that up because I can't even believe you said NSYNC.
No, I was saying because people forget because
you forget you didn't watch the show that they did with the Jackson 5, that reunion when Whitney came out there looking crazy and NSYNC was out there singing and they couldn't even keep up with Usher at that point. No. Usher didn't drown them out, so damn near they can't keep up with Boyz II Men.
There's only a couple I can think of as far as white people who actually truly can sing. Like, so you got Michael McDonald, you got Tina Turner.
You got a lot of white people that can sing, especially in the 70s.
You got
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. What's the lead singer from the Bee Gees?
I loved all of them.
The lead singer from the Bee Gees. What's his name?
Y'all some haters.
Just the Bee Gees.
His voice
The Bee
crazy.
Gees was crazy.
The Bee Gees was crazy.
And what you call
it? It was Staying Alive. He said it's about living alive, living alive.
I said living the life, but same difference. And what's the other boy? His voice crazy. Everybody swore he was black. Bobby Caldwell. That boy voice.
No, you have a lot.
It's a lot, but it's not.
Right.
I mean,
everybody still think Bobby Caldwell.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah, people still think Michael McDonald. Come on.
Michael Bolton.
No, Michael Bolton.
Oh
man,
yeah,
George Michael. George Michael.
His voice is alright.
George Michael, what?
It wasn't sad.
Yes, he was. And he had a lot of bangers.
All I keep thinking about is that that Wham Wham thing song. As I think of George Michael, I think of that song. How that song go? That
I Could Be Your Lover.
No, that song with Wham, that group Wham he had.
Damn, I know you're talking about. I forget that. He had bangers.
He had bangers though. He had bangers.
It's a lot. Michael Bolton. That's who it was. I think he said.
Michael Bolton.
Yeah,
because you saw that song.
You know who they was talking about on the NFL? You know who one of the biggest
that was Phil Collins.
Yeah, Phil Collins. Phil Collins. His voice crazy. That's Phil Collins. That's Phil Collins. That's Phil Collins.
That drop to that
joint crazy. Like the build up. Now you know who voice crazy? Like, and I swear people don't give him enough credit when it comes to vocally. Cause think about the whole group. God darn Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Oh,
What?
Steven Tyler's a beast.
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith? That damn Dream On?
Oh, Dream On's crazy.
That boy voice
He's
stupid.
Crazy. He's crazy.
Oh, on another level.
Adam Levine. Listen, I mess with him.
You talking like that? Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury is one of the greatest.
Bro, Chad Bennington from God darn Linkin Park.
Oh yeah.
Chad Bennington from Linkin. Have you ever heard him sing the song?
What do you mean? Was a beast?
Howard Stern used to sing? Stop playing with me. No, you didn't. Stop playing with me, bro. I was trying to sing.
Howard Stern?
No. Or Chris Daughtry from Daughtry. His voice stupid.
No, there's a lot of them.
You got some white people who really can sing. But it's a difference though. Like it's just a difference.
What's the difference? Identify the difference.
To me, it's soul.
Wake me up.
Here we go. Wake me up. Oh, you go. Don't leave me. That's George Michael.
I personally feel like the difference is people sticking to what like, you know, what the guideline is, like singing properly, and then black people singing
extra
from their soul.
From our feelings.
That's why I said the difference is soul.
We singing from our feelings. They're singing properly.
Right.
Like they're probably actually hitting the right notes.
The riffs and right.
Yeah, like if we sing the national anthem, we're gonna be all over the place. A white person probably looking at like, what are they doing?
Yes, that's how Bill what's his name? Bill Clinton was looking at Patti LaBelle at the Super Bowl. She took off and he was looking like, what the hell?
What is she?
To this day, nobody ever sung the national anthem better than Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye sung that damn like an R&B song. Like he had women ready to throw their panties singing the damn national anthem.
No, he didn't.
What? You better watch that video. He took the national anthem and sung like an R&B song.
I never seen him sing.
What? Hands down. That boy was dangerous.
I messed with Marvin Gaye. Shout out to Marvin Gaye and his family.
Now that's a voice right there.
But I don't know.
That's a voice.
And who would be the modern day Marvin Gaye?
Nobody.
I have somebody. I have one.
Who?
I have one, and y'all not gonna fight me on it.
I know it. Oh no, what?
Who?
Wait.
Who?
Don't say Jacquees.
Hell, I don't even know who Jacquees is. So wrong person.
But I know it's Trey Songz.
Who?
Trey Songz.
Did you say Trey Songz?
Yeah.
I'll punch them glasses.
I'm about to say, you better not say Trey. I love Trey Songz, but it ain't Trey Songz. I love Trey Songz.
Marvin Gaye.
Come on.
Bruno Mars?
No, not Bruno. Not Bruno. Come on. Come on, MJ.
Usher? Usher.
No, you had your turn. MJ. Who would be the modern day?
Nobody.
I'm lost. Not right now.
This is not right
Maxwell.
now.
Oh.
Maxwell, listen.
But that ain't modern day because he's been out since the 90s.
No, but that's modern.
That's why I didn't think of Maxwell because he's not modern day no more.
He's modern than me. He's around my age group.
And he ain't dropping hits no more.
It don't matter. He can if he want to.
I agree. I'm
talking about vocally.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He has some songs that you like, especially Bad Habits.
Oh,
like,
I agree.
This is Marvin
hold up, time out. Time out. Who can go with verses with Maxwell? I say Music Soul Child.
Oh.
I think Music versus Maxwell on the verses.
I think he can go,
they
but
both got a crazy 20.
Would kill him, though.
They both.
I think Maxwell would kill him, even though I'm a music.
Bruh, they both got a crazy 20, bro. Like, they 20 crazy.
It's not about the 20.
Bruh, you can't see
it's about
Maxwell all
I can't even hit
win.
the note in the beginning of that one song. Maxwell was like flying.
And so is Music Soul Child voice. That song, Music Soul Child, got that beautiful song.
Listen,
we took the whole song of falsetto.
Beautiful,
it's man.
But so
you can't say Maxwell just gonna win though. And I'm a big Maxwell fan. But they both.
This is
crazy,
where maturity has to kick in.
Whatever you say, they both.
Maxwell's voice is mature on a whole nother level.
Okay.
I like Maxwell.
I feel like Maxwell music can definitely go there, but Maxwell is. I think he would fly.
I mean, if I had to pick, I would choose Maxwell. I'm just not going to throw music out though.
But say, here you go. It's two different. I mean, Maxwell and Marvin Gaye.
That's the high note.
This woman work.
That's two different lanes right there.
They two different lanes. I agree, but I think when it comes to like, the sex appeal with women, then you can say that.
No. Because music is not an ugly man at all. He's very attractive.
I said no. We talking about. They saying that.
And you know what music is?
Talking about music.
Here's the difference. I'm gonna put it. Okay, so here's the here's what I love Maxwell. His swag is everything. Here's what I'm thinking the difference is. Right? To me, Music Soul Child is like the jagged edge. As far as in, he's vocally singly because all his music is about uplifting relationships and he has quality music, right? Love. Oh my God.
He has
crazy,
quality
right?
too.
I know, but I'm not talking about, I'm going to always go with quality over quantity.
He's both.
I didn't say he would dip.
Go ahead, because you tripping.
Anyway, and Maxwell is in the Marvin. So the two, I'm not saying he can't because I would never do that to music.
That's what me and Chase
But the delivery of the song, Maxwell is going to penetrate through the soul. He's going to pull your soul out of your body.
Penetrate the loneliness. That's what she's talking about.
You're going to what? He's going to penetrate your body, and music is going to be like, yeah, I want to get married tomorrow.
The difference is music is making you love him. Maxwell is making you want to make love to him.
No.
That's the difference.
No. I didn't say that. I said penetrate the soul.
The difference is Maxwell is going to make. Listen, the difference is the music is going to make the woman want to love him. Like the difference between Maxwell and Music Soul Child, I can break it down. When music sing to the women, he gonna make the women just want to love him. He's so sweet. He's so kind. He cares. When Maxwell sing, he gonna want to make love to him. That's the difference. Because it's the sex appeal, it's the swag. That's the difference.
I don't know if it's that.
Because music don't try to be sexy or none of that. He don't
have to be. He's natural.
Music just be himself.
He's natural. Maxwell's not being himself.
He is, but he adds that extra like Marvin Gaye did. They add that extra like I'm gonna hit your woman, right? That extra like they add that. Like if you look at Maxwell, he perform live and do certain things. Like he making that face. He's doing those things. Music, I seen him perform live. He's just in his world, loving what he do. Maxwell making his intention to woo the women.
Maxwell has hit every note live.
I agree.
That he have done on the album.
I agree. So is Music Soul Child.
Yeah, but not the same though. Maxwell have never defaulted in a pitch. Let's be clear on that.
I agree, but I heard people say he wasn't that good live, so I don't know. I don't agree, but I'm just saying I heard.
I can't believe that.
People got
that's like saying Anita Baker ain't good.
Because I heard music live, and music is a monster.
Oh, I love music, everything about him.
And I take Maxwell over music by being honest. I like his music better, but I'm just saying we ain't just gonna dismiss my boy.
I mean, you can't
Philly all day. I'm representing Philly all day.
You can't dismiss him only because he like I said, he's like Jagged Edge. He has so much quality of music, of producing.
Music is in the A tier of neo soul. He's in the A tier.
I said he has so much quality that people will play at weddings because of his quality of music, like Jagged Edge.
All right, let's get on to the topic of the day. We ain't gonna never
because
have this.
Because he swear he's like this music.
I am. Plain and simple, I am. That's what I do.
My nigga answers
I wonder
strong.
where you get that from.
I don't know. They say when I sing, I sound like Maxwell. You know what I'm
saying? I gotta hear that.
Ashley, I'm gonna need to stop.
Would you like a beat?
Tell you to stop feeding him his pipe.
Would you like a beat?
Don't be a hater.
He's like Maxwell with COVID-19.
Wow.
Yo, why they cooking my man like that?
Nah, I'm just saying vocally, I think Maxwell would be and then you gonna say Trey Songz.
I thought you were gonna say Trey Songz. I was gonna be mad at you. Cause I love Trey Songz.
I love Trey too, but
he ain't no damn Maxwell. I mean, he ain't no Marvin Gaye.
No,
I was gonna be mad.
Say Usher first, cause Usher's above.
I don't think Usher's a Marvin Gaye.
No, I said he's above that to me.
He above all of them.
Yeah, so
ain't nobody in the generation compete with Usher.
Why the hell would I say Trey Songz?
I was making sure. And I'm a huge Trey fan, but he damn sure ain't no Maxwell.
Anyway, on to our topic of today. We are going to be discussing boundaries. Oh yeah, Brian
you know she
McKnight.
Don't sound like Maxwell.
We forgot about Brian McKnight. No, in my day.
No, Brian McKnight's a monster.
Brian McKnight is that boy.
I think he's in a tier of his own as well. When it comes to songwriting, vocal ability, like he wrote major hits for other artists
what about
and for
chemistry,
himself.
Girl?
Like, so Brian McKnight, I think Brian McKnight is up there. I think he can go toe to toe with Maxwell. I know he can.
Who?
Brian McKnight. For a fact, I know he can.
No.
Shit. On songs and vocal ability, I believe he can.
No.
What?
Yeah, I know he can.
No. Nobody's messing with Maxwell.
Let me tell you why.
And I love Maxwell.
The delivery of the song
matters. And
the
Brian
delivery
McKnight,
of the song.
Said,
you know how much intricate detail did this man to say? Pray God you.
Bro, I heard Brian McKnight say,
and then he stopped and go back into it and come back out. You're done. You already floating.
I heard Brian McKnight sing while playing the piano and had he had his voice follow the tune of the piano.
Yes.
Like, that is crazy. Come on, man. Brian McKnight is a monster. Yeah. He is a monster. Maxwell is too. But he is too. I'm just saying. I'm not saying one is better. I'm saying they can compete. I love them both equally.
Compete?
They can compete with each other versus songs and singing wise.
I don't know about singing wise.
And then Brian pen game is crazy because he didn't wrote bangers. So listen, I love them both. They both top tier to me.
So who's going up against Beyonce?
The only person who can go up Beyonce and compete. The only person? No. And listen,
he's the male Beyonce.
I don't think Bruno can. But if you want to talk,
that was a joke, Kevin. He's the male Beyonce.
I said, if you want to talk female wise, the only female to this day who's alive that can go with Beyonce and compete, far as stage presence.
Rihanna?
No, hell no.
I'm waiting.
Far as performance wise and hits wise. I'm not saying vocally. Performance and hits wise.
You talking about just hits?
No, performance
Zuby
wise
Mom,
and hits wise.
You stopped smoking when Chase was smoking.
Hell no, not Jennifer Hudson.
You stopped smoking when Chase was just smoking.
No, we're talking about we're not talking about vocally.
Now Ashley, I mean, that's my girl, but
vocally she can compete.
Vocally,
she has to compete.
We're not talking about that, but
we're talking about performance and hits. Listen, performance and hits.
Hits and entertainment.
Hands down, Janet Jackson. Hands down.
Nigga, they not in the same group.
Hands down.
Can somebody smack her with the...
Did I just say it?
No.
I'm talking about performance. Janet Jackson was the biggest thing smoking with the performance.
You can't put Janet Jackson's on a whole nother level.
They
oh, you saying she too big? I agree. She too big. I agree.
She like with Tina Turner and them. Like, how you gonna put...
Janet Jackson is too big. I agree. But I was just saying, that's only female. Rihanna can't goddamn compete.
Well, if I had to give it to anybody, I would give it... No, I would give it to Rihanna over anybody else.
Rihanna can't compete with Beyonce.
No, she can't. But I would give it to her over anybody else.
Well, hits-wise...
No, I'm not talking about hits. I'm talking about
I'm
vocal, entertainment, dancing, all the way around the board.
I don't think hits-wise.
I mess with Alicia Keys.
I think what's her name got a lot though.
Rihanna got a lot of hits.
Rihanna has a. That's why I said I would give it to Rihanna.
She has a lot of hits.
You got to think about it.
You think about Beyonce's top 20? I don't think Beyonce's top 20 can compete with Rihanna's top 20. Beyonce's top 20?
But you got to.
As much as I love Rihanna, nobody is competing with Lemonade.
But what you have to understand is you have to look at what happened.
King is black.
You got to look at what happened with KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane.
Performance matters. I agree.
Performance matters and song selection matters.
It does. Cause look at what happened with the Lox and
Dipset.
It matters.
Dipset should have won.
They were way more
bigger. But it's song selection and performance.
It matters.
So that's the only reason why I give Rihanna a run, because if Beyonce don't pick her songs right,
Beyonce's going to pick her
songs.
Come on, Rick. Now, Rick.
You mean Jay-Z's going to pick her songs
right?
No. Jay-Z's going to pick her songs right.
Rick.
Let me ask this question.
Just go back, because at the end of the day, imagine Beyonce not picking her songs right.
But no, but my thing is not going to happen. I asked this question. I don't think can you tell me, Rich, and anybody who's listening and watching, can y'all tell me? Can y'all tell me one Rihanna song that you think is better than one of Beyonce's songs? I can think of one Rihanna song. I like a lot of her songs, but I can't think of one Rihanna song
that's a good question.
that is better than a Beyonce song.
Hold on. All right, so this question is, hold on.
I'm not a bigger
Wait,
Beyonce
can you shut up for 2 seconds? Pause.
Is it a great album, or is it because
no, he said he wants everybody to think of one Rihanna song that can outdo a Beyonce song. Think one that's better than a Beyonce song.
You think it was one of the great albums?
Now here we go. My
Work is better than what song?
I don't know. Okay, so to me, Work is better than one I can think.
Oh, yeah.
2 that I can think off the top of my head. But
two.
Work, and it would be Lemonade. Lemons by Rihanna.
But it has to be like top charted songs.
Oh, he said top charted.
You can't say
Work is not better than none of Beyonce top charted
songs. No, we can't do that because
you can't say Work was the top charted song. It's better than a Beyonce.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not fair.
Because Work was a top charted song, so it has to be top charted songs.
But if in a verses, it's just song for song. So it's
now,
not really
but they always want to pick their top charted.
Though everybody loved Me, Myself, and I would take Work off of Me, Myself, and I
every day.
And everybody loved that song, but I would take Work.
I never liked
that.
Myself and I.
And then I would take Work off of the one song she did. What was it? That strip song. I wasn't a fan of that. Tonight I wanna
Dance for You.
Dance for You.
I love that song.
No, I'm not saying I love it too, but maybe
he's saying Rihanna
I'm
got
trying to think maybe
because
the dude was in the video. I wasn't feeling him.
Yeah, I think it was a white dude in the video. I was mad. I wanted to be Jay-Z.
Kevin, could you stop, please? Thank you. But either way, I mean, I would take Work over that in Lemons because Lemons to me was amazing.
Yeah. She got some good songs, but you're right. Beyonce's on another level.
Yeah, Lemons.
I take what's that song she got with Jay-Z? Probably my favorite Beyonce song. From Off of Crazy in Love.
My favorite goddamn song. I got 3 top tiers of J and B, and that would be Bonnie and Clyde. It's number 1 always.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Look for me, about, right? Young. Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, hands down. It's Not Crazy in Love. It's Dangerously in Love. They murdered it. Boom, 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 boom.
That's not Dangerously in Love.
Oh no, what's that?
But that's what I'm talking about. That's the song I like better than any other song.
Deja Vu. That's Deja Vu.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then the other one to me would be Upgrade You. Them my top 3 of them 2 right there.
I would take Deja Vu over any Rihanna song. Deja Vu, the beat on Deja Vu is crazy.
Who can agree to that? Who can agree to that?
And the video, when Beyonce was dancing, Jay was just spitting.
Deja Vu.
I take Deja Vu with any song
she got. Lead.
Any day.
Top 3 J and B.
That's my favorite. Listen, Deja Vu and Who Run the World is my favorite Beyonce song.
Who Run the World? That beat, ain't nobody topping
that beat on Who Run the World, and then that's what my purse. What?
Nobody is messing with Who Runs the World.
I love that song.
And
I'm not even a girl. I love that song.
Diva actually had his.
Rihanna.
This is how you knew the value of music that Beyonce was putting out, and not even just Beyonce. Let me say that about my girl. Mary J. Blige as well, because Mary actually had niggas talk about love is at a limit.
I was singing it.
Yeah. And don't you look no more.
Mary had niggas singing, I'm going down.
Right.
Mary had niggas crying, I'm going down.
I definitely sang that once or twice.
I think Mary can compete with Beyonce as far as songs wise.
I am going to give that there.
Mary can perform to save her life.
Now, to me, we should advocate
but
that.
Music-wise,
music-wise and quality-wise,
hands down.
Mary will hit the soul.
Mary will touch Beyonce for every 20 Beyonce got. Mary got an equally good one.
Real love.
Every song Beyonce got, Mary got an equally great hit. Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
You're right, man. I don't know why I didn't think about Mary.
I thought about Mary, but we said performance, though. So that's what I'm saying. I know, but I didn't say what you said performance. And Mary can't perform.
But Mary don't have to. Mary is like Jay. All she got to do is stand there.
I agree. On a verse, but she be trying to perform. It's like, stop.
She need to sit down, right?
Her little Kim need to sit down because the dancing ain't for them.
That dance they be doing.
Did Reese send y'all that video of Kim? I was so mad when he said that in the leprechaun movie.
Had Kim looking crazy.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Mary, yes. Mary.
We gotta get on the top.
But ain't nobody doing with B. B, you get your jewels and your crown. The sister is amazing. She's a beast. She's a monster.
Dude, I mean, that's why she's a beast. For a reason.
I think she embodied determination and perfection and quality and just going the extra mile. As I learned from the mastermind that I was at over the week. We say how your grandma used to say, go back and put your some elbow grease in it.
Elbow, yeah.
Put the extra in there. She put the extra in the quality of music. And I truly believe her and her mate complement each other musically. So, Beyonce, you won. Rihanna, you right there with her, though, sister. And Mary, you there. Mary's there.
So yeah, how would you rate that? How would you rate that as far as like hierarchy? Like who's at the top of that?
Oh, Beyonce's there. Yeah, you can't listen. She's the queen.
Mary?
Yeah, most definitely.
No, I think they sit right next to each other.
They there.
I think Mary
as far as saying quality of music, Mary is sitting there. Entertainment wise, it's like no, but she's there. Yeah. But I couldn't even pick. If somebody asked me who I wanted to go see most and relate, it's like I'll take them both.
And then you can't even say entertainment wise because they're two different entertainments.
No,
if you take a Beyonce show dancing and singing, and Mary just standing there singing, it's still a 10 out of 10.
But here's the thing: it's 1, 2 that's relatable. And let me tell you how it's so weird because as a woman just listening to the music, it's two different things. Mary can relate to real issues in the hood, like that real pain that you experience in relationship, and Beyonce can too. But it's funny because you can get empowerment from both of them, even though one is more focused on the trauma. Because Mary, like, is on a whole nother level with some of the stuff she said.
And I don't think with Mary is just hood. I think it's just trauma, period. I don't think it's just hood problems.
No, it's trauma.
It's just problems, period. Because whether you were raised in the hood or not, you got relationship issues.
But it doesn't matter. It wasn't that. It was the fact that Mary did not try to do the superficial thing.
No, she didn't.
Mary stayed grounded in her roots and kept her hood look.
She didn't try to
so because of that, it was more relatable that she was just like, listen.
She looked like
I remember in the video, the dance was the basketball joint. I'm like, wait, what is this?
No, Mary looked like a chick you'll see in your block. So I do love that.
And that's the part that I loved about Mary, the raw, authentic. She wasn't happy, and in her interviews, it showed she wasn't happy. She was just like, I'm just here doing what I do, being who I am. That's that. So, Mary, that part for Mary and B. B is at your highest of the highest of the height. Step into your queendom.
Yeah, she's a queen. She's up there.
Yeah. So that's what I said. Them two, because
Keisha
I never
Cole
heard
like
men.
she's like the B-list of all of them.
Who the hell is Keisha Cole?
Ashley.
Keisha Cole is like the B-list.
Oh, she sings about her love, but I thought they were saying she up there with them because she knows.
Oh no, I've been with Keisha
like
Cole.
The B-list,
Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine is a Sullivan.
Jazz is up there with them.
Yeah, vocally. We talking about vocally, then Jasmine Sullivan up there with anybody. We talking about vocally.
Yeah.
Her voice is ridiculous.
I only mentioned J-Lo because J-Lo from the Bronx. You feel me? I fuck with J-Lo from the Bronx.
Performance-wise, J-Lo up there.
Right.
Vocally, J-Lo with me.
Yeah.
J-Lo with me. I can out-sing J-Lo.
So I can out-sing.
The hell wrong with you? Performance-wise, though, she up there with the best.
I only mentioned that because she's from the Bronx.
She's a beast when it comes to dancing and performing. She's a monster. So she's up there. But I'll say J-Lo any day.
Listen, my stomach hurt. Rich Mo saying J-Lo was just like Chase saying NSYNC. I'm done. Okay.
I mentioned her. I had a valid reason for mentioning her though.
I'm from the same hood.
Now,
I'm from the Bronx.
Let me tell you something. She tore up Akuna Maflu.
Yeah, I ain't lie.
She tore Selena up.
Yeah.
She did her thing.
But that's as far as
That's
J-Lo.
as far as she did.
And I love you, J-Lo.
Who need more hits? Oh, Keisha.
No, Keisha Cole is dope. She just
first album.
Yeah. No.
She need more hits though. She ain't got enough.
Keisha's dope.
She never showing enough hits though.
Her first album is everything.
Her voice is crazy, and she has quantity, but she does not have.
No.
I mean, she has quality.
She has soul too.
I keep saying that backwards. Yeah, she had pain.
Yeah.
What about these new girls? Like
They all
I don't know
garbage.
none.
they all trash.
Who?
They all trash.
Who's new?
Oh, Summer Walker.
Besides the
Trash.
Summer
no,
Walker,
I don't know
Cesar,
Summer Walker.
whatever her name is. Season.
I don't know her. I know her. I like her. I like Jasmine Sullivan. I don't know who that
Jasmine
is.
not new. Jasmine Streeter actually is decent. Her
Jasmine
voice
Streeter.
can sing. Like most women, they can sing. They
No,
can't
her
sing.
is dope.
Like, but I'm talking about a woman who can
She
sing.
can dance,
though.
but she
Like
can't
Jasmine
sing.
Sullivan can sing. SZA can't sing. She can sing.
Who is SZA?
New girl.
My man is your man only on the weekend. You know that song. That's her.
No, I don't.
What about the
you know
7th
that
Streeter
song.
girl? You don't like her?
Whoever that new
Seven
girl
Streeter
is,
can-
the
I
Afro
like
girl.
Seven Streeter. She can
No,
sing.
no, me. I don't know what the hell she's saying, but
Oh,
that
Seven
girl
Streeter.
is.
I like Seven Streeter.
Tom.
But she can
Tim.
sing. She
Who?
might be able to sing. I don't know.
You talking about Tim?
Yeah, it's about Tim. That's the girl singing that song.
Yeah, you
The
talking about
African girl.
on the African song?
Listen, that girl voice
Yeah.
is crazy.
And what you say about her?
Yeah.
Because her is good too, right?
Her's good.
Her
I
can
like
sing.
her.
But I don't know if she's a singer.
I like
though.
her.
I don't know if she's a singer. She can
I just
sing.
don't. I haven't heard her
I don't know
go
if she can
behind her
sing.
range, but
That's what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
like her.
Like she can sing. She has that very melodic tone, and she stays
Right.
in that melodic tone.
And who is SZA?
She
I don't know who
does.
that is.
You know SZA. You know her songs.
What are we doing with Kelly Price?
Ain't nobody messing with Kelly Price. Kelly Beast.
You can't mess with Kelly Price.
I mean, but she's not in the category with some of these other people.
Yes, she is.
Yeah,
yes, she is. You talking about Kelly Price?
I understand, but I'm saying we didn't mention her with.
Kelly went in the ring with Whitney Houston.
I'm saying,
so how can you
it's
come
the
down
reason
with?
why.
Another level with it. Okay,
Yeah, I'm saying the reason why Whitney did a song with her.
Listen, there's a reason why she went drowned with her.
Whitney didn't do
She
songs
was
with
there
many
with
females.
Whitney. So,
no, I'm just asking because I didn't hear. I just didn't hear.
Kelly Price, Angie Stone. Like, to me, they in their own tiers. Like,
that's
Angie Stone crazy. Don't bring her up.
Right.
Angie Stone is crazy. She's not going with Whitney.
No, but don't bring her up.
Shout out to Angie.
My boo.
Even Selena. I like her. The chick Selena.
Selena's.
That was singing with Angie Stone, Kelly Price, Monifa. Remember Monifa?
Monifa.
I love Monifa. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Monifa. Yeah, Monifa.
Yeah, they
Lil Mo.
Yeah.
Even my boo.
Oh, Little Mo's a beast.
Yeah.
Little Mo's a
She really can sing.
Mo is really underrated. Mo's a beast.
Like Jill Scott, Erykah Badu.
But you know who was underrated too?
You
know who I realized was underrated? Who's a beast beyond beast?
Who?
You know who I'm talking about?
Shantae
Moore.
Oh, she a monster. She a monster.
Yeah,
she got that. She did that whistle thing that Mariah Carey used to do.
She was up there on that joint with Kelly Price, Michelle Leigh, and Little Mo. And listen, it was Michelle Leigh went first, and of course Michelle Leigh sung Something in My Heart. She beasted.
Yeah.
So Little Mo making sure. So I think I had a couple kids to this joint. Then Lil Mo is because they competing and Mo like I'm gonna murder her.
Right.
Like you can YouTube it.
Lil Mo's a beast.
Shantae Moore went on and Mo was like I'm not following that.
Shantae.
Kelly Price was in the back like yo, we didn't even know she possessed that skill live.
Her voice crazy. Shantae Moore voice crazy.
Beast mode.
You know also crazy if people don't talk about her enough. Goddamn Marsha Ambrosia.
Oh Marsha.
Her voice is
stupid. Everybody knows she's the beast. She was singing with Michael Jackson.
Right, she wrote Butterfly.
She did his background and they sound identical.
Yeah,
almost.
she wrote. That's her voice on the background of Butterfly because she wrote that song for Michael. And that's her voice for the background. And she got her own version of Butterfly. It sounds exactly the same. She's crazy. Marsha Ambrosia's a monster. I love her.
Yeah. Deborah Cox, I agree.
Monster.
I agree.
Monster.
Deborah Cox.
Monster.
But you know who has always been a fresh breath of air for me? And then we're going to get on to our topic. A breath air. Brandy, I'm never gonna let her go. Because Brandy is a monster to me. And another one who hung in there with Whitney Houston.
Brandy's in her own tier.
Brandy's a beast.
It was Whitney Houston who like said Brandy's.
And Brandy was up there with Diana Ross. She done sung in the joint with beast. Like no, Brandy's in her own tier though. Brandy's a monster. Brandy is like amazing.
You can't
like she's just a fresher.
You can't ever say anything negative about Brandy when it comes to quality of voice or quality of hits because she has both.
Yeah, Brandy. She started young too. So.
Like I think her and the Monica verses was amazing verses. That joint was crazy.
They did the verses?
Hell yeah,
they did.
That joint was crazy.
That was crazy.
It's still up.
Like a year ago.
They ended it with The Boy's Mind.
Yeah, they ended it with The Boy's Mind.
Oh man, I need to see that.
It's on YouTube. That joint crazy.
I need to see that because Brandy, Erykah Badu, and all of them, their joint was one of the best to me too.
What?
That little cipher they
did. Oh, that cipher was hard. That cipher was hard.
And to me,
that
Brandy killed that. Her lyrics.
Oh,
I didn't even see her as a rapper.
Her flow was stupid.
Her flow was.
No, her on that. No, listen, they got a new show together on Queens.
I want to see it,
bro. Listen, on Queens, it's her.
I thought they was about to cancel
it.
No, I thought they about to take a break because Eve pregnant.
Eve taking a break because she's
pregnant.
Oh
yeah, she's pregnant.
Because the season 1 already done. For season 2, Eve won't.
I ain't watch it yet. I'm too busy.
Her flow on there.
But listen, didn't even know Brandy.
Stupid, like Eve call her Little Nas. Eve call her Little Nas because her flow like that.
It was her, Erykah Badu,
her Badu, Tiana Taylor,
and Brandy.
Listen,
and Brandy had the best.
They sung and spit over "I Wanna Be Down" beat.
I wanna be down.
Brandy murdered that joint. They all murdered. Like I like her joint. Her murdered that joint. Trying to hold her did her thing.
Brandy rapping on that show.
But Brandy can spit. Her flow, like I said, Eve called her Lil Nas. Because her flow is like on a Nas level. I'm gonna hold you. I'm not being that.
I need to hear that.
Bro, her flow.
Listen, she's a beast.
And you would think she should have been a rapper instead of a singer.
Okay. Zuby mom. My bad. Finished smoking that yaya. Kiki Wyatt beast all the way around the board. Underrated, hands down, can hang in there with the best of them. There's no argument about it. Kiki Wyatt can hang with anybody there is out of everybody there is.
I'll wait for you to say that because that's your favorite.
I was saying that, yeah.
She's one of my faves, hands down. Kiki Wyatt can hang with anybody.
Oh, I put a no who can hang with anybody, and this is one of my favorites. Tony Braxton. She ain't anybody to me.
Well, not anybody.
Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton.
So not anybody.
No, because the quality of her voice is so unique, it's so valuable that it's not as high that can ring. It would get drowned out fast.
I don't think so.
I love Tony. Tony
I think
is
her voice
valuable.
would stand out against anybody.
It is because it's so valuable.
That's what I'm saying. So
but
you can't get sick.
But it's only but so high in her octave that she can go.
But we're not talking about just as far as high in range. We're talking about just overall quality of her voice.
Quality, yes.
How she can hang with anybody. Because while Mariah Carey go high and Tony go low, you're going to think, damn, which one? Because you're going to hear both clear as day. Because Tony's voice, you're going to be like, she's going to like a punch in the gut. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Low blow.
Yeah.
Tony hang with anybody. That's my girl.
Yeah, but
anybody.
Yeah, no, Kiki can hang with anybody.
Oh, I'm not arguing that. I just said Tony
to
too.
Me, I think if you put Kiki on stage with Aretha Franklin and the rest of them, Kiki is keeping up all day long.
I agree.
All day long.
I agree.
I don't think Kiki can get drowned out by anybody.
I agree.
I don't think it's a song Kiki can't sing.
I don't agree.
Oh.
No, never.
As the rain.
Kiki has
only because her voice is so powerful that some songs don't call for that power. She might overdo it.
No,
but her voice is
I ain't hear a song yet that she did.
Because every song she do requires that crazy, powerful voice that she has.
No,
like when she
did her joint Tennessee Whiskey. She did a country song and sung it in there.
Everybody sings that kind of song though. It has that. But that's why it has that kind of. It has that feel to it. That's why every person who ever did Tennessee Whiskey did that kind of rendition of it because it has that feel.
You don't think Kiki can sing a Jasmine Sullivan song?
Oh yeah, but Jasmine Sullivan has songs that require. I'm saying certain songs, like for example, and I say you taught me this. You taught me this. Just because you're a great singer doesn't mean you sing another song wrong.
I agree.
Everybody can't sing a certain song. So like I'll give you a prime example. Beyonce, Destiny Child. No. I think Kiki probably can't do that.
I think she could.
When Beyonce sing that little fast, little smart, I think Kiki will overdo it. Because that voice is too profound to me. I think she would do it.
We're going to ask Kiki for that challenge. I'm an inbox. I say, Kiki, kill us. Because I think if she can sing anything, it's a speed song. I think so. I wouldn't have thought that she could murder Anita Baker the way she had murdered Anita Baker's song. Like, God damn.
I gotta hear that.
Oh my God.
Check the time on that live.
Oh yeah, thank you, sir. 70? The hell we get to 70?
70 what?
Oh yeah, Instagram they showing us love.
Oh yeah, because we passed our.
Stay on longer.
Yeah.
Wow. Hour mark.
Wow. Oh, so anyway, outside of that though, all right, we're gonna get into the topic, but yeah, Kiki is hanging with the best, and yeah, we're gonna see if we can do that.
Listen, I would love to, cause I put Kiki. I'm gonna Kiki with anybody. I just think she can.
Because you know how? Because I know she can do that song. What's that song Beyonce did? Boy, with that flow, that yodel. But I know Kiki can do that.
Hell, she can do that. That's her thing. That's just a climb. And that no song. It was like she was singing quietly and fast. That's a totally different. Her just climbing up. Kiki gonna do that every day, all day. That's what she does.
But she's
a monster.
But I'm missing what you're saying. That's her tone though. That's Kiki tone.
We'll see. I hope she do it. I'll put my money on Kiki against anybody. I won't bet that she can't do it. I think she can.
I just think Kiki.
But I would never bet against her. If you say Kevin, who you betting? I'm gonna bet on Kiki all day.
I'm not gonna bet against Kiki.
I would never bet against Kiki.
Going up against anybody, I am not going to go against Kiki.
I'm not either.
I think Kiki can hang with the best.
I'm not either.
Yeah. All right, so Kiki, Zuby, Mom, you were smoking some good stuff on that one. So let's go into boundaries. How do we feel about boundaries?
Need them.
You need them?
Yeah.
So tell us how you have incorporated some boundaries in your life. You ever heard of Yebba? Is that... Wait a minute. Ashley, talking about Yebba. Is they Jamaican, Ashley?
No, I don't.
Nah. Yebba's a white chick.
Yeah. Oh. She can sing too.
Yebba's crazy.
She can sing.
We've been over white people conversations in this
one
music.
of her joints.
Oh, we ain't say it.
I'm joking.
So you saying boundaries in a relationship?
Boundaries in relationships. So when I say relationship is any type of relationship. It could be friendship, intimate, parents.
Oh yeah,
sisters, friends.
They super need it.
Ashley said, "I'm bad at setting them." Boundaries. How do we set healthy boundaries. So
Communicating.
Oh yeah. So that's what I said. Share a healthy boundary that you set this year.
Healthy boundaries, what I said. I guess the boundary for myself is not. I'm doing better like because I'm an overthinker. So I overthink things. So really just kind of like checking myself mentally and allowing myself to not get too caught in my thought process of certain things and just do things in moderation. So sometimes I can OD.
So what boundary has you set? Where's the boundary?
What boundary have I set? I do things in moderation.
Oh, to do things in moderation. So your boundaries with yourself is to do things in moderation. Has it helped?
I feel like it has.
It has?
I feel like it has.
Okay.
I feel like it's a work in progress.
Name some boundaries that you set, Mr. Kevin versus Floyd.
Well, first let me say this. What I learned about boundaries, and I learned this recently. I learned that boundaries are for me and not for nobody else. Because I used to think that if I set boundaries, it's like I'm cutting a person off. And it's like, no, it's really about myself. Boundaries is for the betterment of me, so I can tell myself, Kevin, you went too far, or you going too far. So a boundary that I recently set for myself is to not extend the olive branch so much, to extend it but so far. I used to find myself, extending the olive branch to a person, and they'll step away from it, and I'll keep extending it and keep extending it. It's like, no, I'm going to extend it, and the minute I extend it to the length that I can extend, once you step away from it, I'm not going to extend it no more. If you want that branch, you got to come get it. I'm not going to stretch myself out so far to where now I'm falling over. So that's the boundary I learned to set for myself.
We talking about boundaries for ourselves or just period?
Period.
I've started to not allow people to it's just certain things I don't think people should know or pry into. So it's like my personal life is my personal life. I try to keep that separate from other relationships. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep certain relationships separate. So when I say the boundaries I'm starting to set is if we doing music, if say we working here or whatever, or I have friends. Some of my friends, I try not to allow them to think that they could just come here and be a part of this, or say like with my woman, she can't. Like it's just I try not to intercross things because things get messy. Right. So I'm starting to set boundaries to where people, have their position in their place. Because then people start feeling entitled. Like since I have, the radio station, because we're friends. Say, I want a show. Let me get a show. It's like, nah, this is different. If you want to do that, you got to go through the proper channels like everybody else.
Okay. You
know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying not to be too friendly with what I have going on, so I can keep things in their place. So that if you want to go over to the next thing, you have to do it properly. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of thinking just because we cool. That, you know what I'm saying, you can do whatever you want that I'm doing. Because people take advantage of that, but then they don't do the same thing for me. So, my thing is, let's just keep how that should go.
So, you agree that setting boundaries, healthy boundaries, right, is determined by setting goals? Can you set boundaries without having goals?
You can, but
and actually, how are you bad at them? You can?
I just feel like because goals, they keep you as far as in your thought process of like in steps to how you want to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So I guess accountability.
Right. So that's what I'm asking is setting boundaries for yourself, right? So how if you set boundaries is not aligned to you with your goals.
I feel like it is though.
If you setting it for yourself, yes. If you setting it for other people, I don't think that it's aligned.
Yeah. I think it's still.
But if you're setting it for other people, you're still setting it for yourself, no? Because I think that we actually have to tell people how to treat us or teach people how to treat us, right? Correct. Because people will go around thinking that they can treat people however they want, or they follow that old saying to treat people like you want to be treated. But that is individually based.
Right. I might not want to be treated.
You know what I mean? I might not want to be treated that way. Right. So I think teaching people boundaries is based off of the goals that you set in your life. The expectations you set in your life.
Expectations, yeah, but goals.
You just said it because you have a goal with the show, with Black Ink.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So people can't come up here and your friends can't come up here and do whatever they want to do.
Right.
You set those boundaries because you have a goal. If you didn't have a goal, then the boundaries wouldn't be there. It'd be like, it's for fun. So just do whatever you want to do.
I guess that's true. Because even with other things, like, when you're going out and people just assume you're going to buy them drinks and all that. And then I would stop that because I'm trying to, because I was trying to relate it to that, and I guess it is relatable because if I'm trying to say I ain't trying to spend as much money, which is a goal to save a certain amount, I guess you would be setting a boundary for that, or else I would say, go ahead, drink the fuck what you want. So yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
And that's a good point that you made when you said that they expect you that entitlement to get them a drink. And it's funny because I had this conversation earlier about when anybody starting anything.
Hold on,
it can be.
Do you have your TV on, Chase? There's something in your background that's coming through.
Is that Chase?
Yeah, I just muted it. They're talking in the background. My bad.
Oh, I thought that was out there. But I wanted to say that when you start in anything, like in your family or with your friends and business, and you're starting at ground zero, and it's funny how you can invite them to come along with you on the journey, right? And that sense of, they want to see and wait till you get it all together to see if they want to be a part of what you're doing. And then when you got it all together, they expect you to invite them in right where you offered them in the beginning and get rid of the people who was there with you. This is the weird part. That was there with you, that worked up with you because they're family. How entitled is that?
That's the people that don't want to help bake the cake, but they want a piece. Can't have none. That's very entitled. Now, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's crazy. I don't understand that. I had someone say that earlier of what was going on in their personal life with their family. It's like, I offered them. They want no parts. Now I'm here, and they think I'm supposed to get rid of my team and put them in the position of my team, but they didn't want to start at ground zero with me with my team.
So work their way up. Yeah.
And then we'll slander you and say you ain't for family. So there, questions. I won't give too much of that away because that was consulting that I was doing. But they wanted to know, how do I set those boundaries with my family without feeling bad? And I don't think you should feel bad.
Nah.
Because you offered the opportunity. Right. And it wouldn't be fair to your team to come and put your family in the place of, because they wasn't willing to go through the mud with you.
And these people help you build it. So at the end of the day, it's like, what you just gonna say, thank you for your help, goodbye? Nah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah, so that's where the whole topic of the day came up, with setting healthy boundaries is important in your life, and don't feel bad about it. But I don't think you can feel bad about it if you take self-observation and set healthy boundaries, period, throughout your life. That's my issue. I overthink and feel terrible about the boundaries I set. But you got to ask yourself, why do you feel terrible about the boundaries you set that's going to help you push you where you need to be?
And what kind of boundaries are we talking about? Because
what type of boundaries?
Whenever I set a boundary, it's because I've got to that point.
What type of boundary is it, Ashley?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely subjective too to whatever the goal or whatever the boundary is.
Because I had to learn to set some boundaries to myself over the years, but I don't feel bad about nothing I say no to, especially if I mean it. Because for a long time, I think anybody that know me, that's funny, and a lot of people do, I very rarely ever tell them no. No used to didn't even exist in my vocabulary, because I would feel like if it's in my willpower, I can strategize or think I can figure it out and make it happen. So I never would say no. I'd be like, let me think about that and I'll get back to you. So it wasn't until Miss Gloria, you remember Miss Gloria? The older woman, Miss Gloria. I miss Miss Gloria. I don't know. I need to check on her on that. But I remember she told me one time. She said, "Salima, you have to put no in your vocabulary. You say yes way too much." And I was like, "What? What's the problem with it? If I can do it," because she said, "Child, somebody come up there and ask you for $10 every 2 days, and you be like, here you go." Because I'm thinking somebody say, "Oh, you got $10? If you got $10, just $10." I couldn't see it the other way. And she said, "You'll open up the door for people to use you and do this." And my brain never even saw it that way.
Yeah, that's funny. We literally were talking about this in the car earlier.
Yeah, my brain never even received it that way. It was like, oh, somebody was like, "Oh, you got $10. I'm thinking, well, who's going to ask for it if they didn't need it? She like, "That's you."
Damn. Did I get that from you? Did I get that from you?
Can you get that from me?
Did I?
Always.
The same damn way.
What?
That's my brain. That's the same way.
Yeah, I didn't get that. So, I mean, I was just like, oh, okay. It allowed me to be more observant of people and why they asking for things. For example, with friends, I will give my all. Whatever they need me to do, but the energy is not reciprocated. But I still go hard for them, knowing it's not the same energy.
So why would you feel bad then if they're not doing it for you?
Well, that all depends on the reason why you're doing it too. Because one, yes, you do things to, I guess, for your friends, saying, "I hope that they'll be there for me one day." Right. So if it's one of those things that if you consistently doing things and you need them one day and they don't show up for you, or whenever you need them, they don't show up for you, then no, you shouldn't feel bad. But if it's a case that they need you for something and you think that you need them for something for the very same reason, then I think you should question why you're doing what you're doing for them, if that makes sense.
I want to say,
if you understand that, because I'm the same way, and if she feel like, if my friends will, I know for a fact who my friends is and what they'll do for me, opposed to my acquaintances. Like, I'm my way with anybody I run into because that's just me. That's just my nature. But outside of that, I don't expect everybody in return to be there for me like I would my mother or my sister or my brother or my best friend. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I wouldn't expect that from them. So if you expect that from them, then you need to set the boundaries and tell them that.
Facts.
That's the part you need to tell them. So you have to actually do it, or you're going to exhaust and burn yourself out. And me and Chase was talking about that earlier the day as well, the boundaries. Because at the end of the day, what I've learned from a whole lot of work is everything's about energy, and your energy should not be exhausted. So if it's exhausting to you and it's frustrating to you, that's when it's time for you to do self-evaluation and to set those boundaries. Because relationship is an exchange of energy. Okay? It's an exchange of energy. There should never be a leech around you and one person just sucking up all of your energy. You're supposed to be gaining something from it too. And if you can't gain nothing from it, it's no benefit to you. So then you have to just go back and question your nature why you're doing the things that you do it. Well, then that's what I mean. Ash, you got to go back in your nature when you say you don't expect people to do things for you when you do it for them, then you shouldn't be drained. If you don't expect nothing back in return, your emotions should be drained. And I'll give you an example. That's just like if I say, if a person asks me, and I set these boundaries a long time ago, can I borrow $100? Right? If I have it to throw away, I'm going to let you borrow it. But in my head, it's chalked. If you give it back, it's a plus. But I'm not counting on it.
Right.
I'm going to look at that like investment money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not expecting for that back. If I'm giving you money that I need, waiting for that back is going to exhaust my whole entire being.
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm going to be stressed out because I was dependent on that money. So it's your job to make that clear. If you understand what I'm saying. So if you saying, oh, if I do something, hey, Sage, can you come help me decorate my bathroom or decorate that? I'm trying to think about things that I do and my friends that asked me to do before. Sure, I can. I can do it on Tuesday. If you tell me, no, I need it on Monday, that's a difference. Because now you asking for something extra personal. You need it at a specific time and you need me to stop doing what I need to do to come assist you. So what I expect for you is to make sure it's clean, make sure you have all of the things there so that I can utilize up this time space so I'm not inconvenienced and I'm going about my business. Other than that, I need to be doing it at my convenience if I'm doing you a favor.
Right.
I can't do a favor and then I'm inconvenienced and my energy is exhausted and stressed out. So if it's like, if I don't have nothing to do, yeah, I help you, but I've had things to do. That means I put off things that I needed to do to come assist you, and then you wouldn't do the same for me. That's when your feelings and you end up being hurt. I did that for you, and you wouldn't do that for me. You understand what I'm saying? But if I set them boundaries, oh yeah, if I ain't got nothing to do, I'm coming. It ain't bothering me no more because I ain't had nothing to do anyway. So it's just like set those boundaries from the beginning. And then have your limits on what you're going to do for people if you feel like they wasn't going to do it for you. Because other than that, then it would be like, yeah, they're going to call you because they're going to use you because they know you're going to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I had to set those boundaries.
Stop being a pushover.
Yeah, yeah. And everybody, especially when you're a natural giver, you know, everybody's guilty of that. I've been guilty of that. You know, I'd have had kids that open up the refrigerator and be like, Mom, where the mayonnaise? It's right in front of their face. They just want me to get up and go get it and say it's right there because they don't want to look. Set those boundaries. And that's when I snap. You don't see it right there. It's right there.
That was part of my issue. Like, whatever I have, you can have. Sometimes we ain't even got to ask. People just be around me. We just be having fun. I don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? But then it's just like when it comes to that point, like you said, at those times, I don't care. I give. You feel what I'm saying? It's just sometimes you know, when you might need something and you ask somebody, I don't even really need it. I just need you to do something for right now, and you can't even do that. It starts to make me rethink what I'm doing.
It's supposed to make you rethink what you're doing. It's supposed to make you rethink what you're doing because who wants to not have genuine, healthy people around in their circle? Yeah. You know what I mean? I very rarely call on a favor or have to ask my friends for anything. But I would like to know if I need them, I know that they're going to be there.
Right. That's why I like to have, like you said, I would like to
have
I
know
the right
they're going to be there.
So I don't think about what I'm doing. Right. I don't want to be around you and I got to think about, man, you know what, I ain't trying to, because I feel like you just here because you know what you're going to get from it.
Yeah. And when you observe that, that's just God's way of telling you need to do more work on yourself. See, because when you align with yourself and you can pick up on those energies, then you know how to sort people in your life. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, I know who has my back wholeheartedly. And you're supposed to know that. Right. There's no such thing as you'll never know. Yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. If you 100% can feel and 100% believe in your spirit that God got me, the way we scream, God got me, what makes you think your spirit can't pick that up with anybody else in relation that you're dealing with?
Exactly.
You're just not doing enough work on yourself.
Or paying enough attention.
Pleaser. There's nothing wrong with being a people pleaser. You just have to question yourself, are you a people pleaser more than you're an Ashley pleaser?
Right.
You can please people after you please Ashley. That's all. You come first, then everybody else.
Yeah, that'd be the problem. Putting other people before yourself.
Another dump.
And it's easy because that's a part of her nature. I've been guilty of that myself too. And still do. It all depends on what the situation is. If I feel like a person needs something more than me, it's like, because I mean, if I feel like I possess the ability, the skill to do it, I'm not really worried about me at the time. I'll get it. And I won't think that that other person that possessed that skill and that ability. And that's not to say that they're not gifted. Everybody don't have the same skills and abilities.
True.
So we move a little differently. If you understand what I'm saying, Ash. You gonna add into that?
I mean, I feel as though I feel as though for me, I'm in line with y'all in the sense of, my mind says if I got it and I can afford to give it to you, why not give it to you? Or if I can do it and I can afford to do it, why not do it? Like, if it's not going to hurt me to let you have that $100 or whatever the case may be.
That's a beautiful thing.
Why not? But what I think I came to realize that I used to do, I will overdo it in the sense of I rely too much on my strength and on my ability to persevere. So I would give my last saying, okay, I need this bread. And I know I got it, but I really need it too. But I'll say, fuck it, here you go, you can have it. I figured I'll be all right. Yeah, maybe they're not as strong as me. They can't they're not as resilient as me. So let me give it to them, and I figured out I'll be all right.
That was beautifully put.
And normally I do figure out and I do be all right, but it still put me in a situation where now I become erratic in my thinking. I'm thinking, how am I going to figure it out? How am I going to be all right? Like I said, I always generally do, but that's still not a good thing to put on myself.
What? I would see that as a plus though, because I feel like that puts our brain in a creative space.
But it also causes to overexert your brain and put unnecessary added pressure that you could have eliminated by just simply saying, I don't have it right now. Right. And I've learned to say that. I've learned, I used to never this year I've recently just learned to say that, like honestly speaking, that you know what, I ain't got it. And then I look at my bank account, I look at my wallet, like I can give it to him, but if I give it to him, it's gonna put me in a
and that's the God complex.
But honestly, what made me get to that point is the fact that I know I have to kick that habit because I got a kid on the way now. So whatever I can spare, I got to spare for my child. So I know if I don't start on it now, next year come around, my child is here, I'm not only going to be testing my resilience and my strength, but my child's resilience and strength as well. And I don't want to test my child like that. So I'm learning to say, you know what? Hey, I ain't got it. But do know, whenever I do got it, I will give it to you. So that's what I have to learn for myself.
Well, as long as it don't apply to me, I don't care. It's like, no, I'm joking.
She's like, give me my money.
I'm joking. That was well said.
Yes, it was.
I could relate to that when I was younger. Well said. Chase, what matters? Chase, the music group. That's my sage advice for the day. Chase your dreams and not your competitions. Hey.
Amen. I'm here.
There we go.
Chase, what matters?
What matters is NSYNC.
All right, go ahead. Kevin said what matters is NSYNC.
I ain't never gonna let him lay that down.
He not gonna let you lay that down.
Yeah,
and to be honest, I am very much so an NSYNC fan. But I will take Backstreet Boys over them any day.
I'm about to say he's a Backstreet Boy
but I am a NSYNC fan. I like them both. I do think JC from NSYNC voice is crazy. I like but they just can't compete with Boys and Men. But that's all. But I take Backstreet Boys first any day.
I mean, even though Backstreet Boys, they was the ones who started all that, like that Swedish pop stuff. But
that was New Kids on the Block. Cause they was a white version of New Edition.
Ashley, did we answer your question?
I'm out of it too.
Did we answer your question, Ashley? Hopefully you know where to start to set those healthy boundaries. Don't do outside of what you're capable to do unless you really can do it. Call your friend right now. It's like, no, I'm joking.
Give me my money.
So I want everybody to see if they can go around and name something that they learned this week that was a value, that was totally valuable to them. Who want to go first?
Not me. Let me think.
I'm thinking.
Chase.
Say it again. That I learned this week that was something of value. This week, well, I guess because today is Monday. I'm trying to think what I learned new this week.
Well, I had a friend say something to me that I liked.
I don't know. I just got back. I've been moving around a little bit this week, so I've been like traveling and I don't know. I gotta think about it. Can you come back to me?
Yep. Go ahead, Rich.
So my friend says something that I'm going to take. It's kind of along the lines of what you're saying. It's got to do with boundaries too. He was saying basically that from now on, you know, if someone asks, he's never going to lower his number. Basically, like whatever he charges for what he charged.
Oh, his fee.
His fee.
Right.
So he said it's always going to be what it's going to be.
What it's going to be.
He will never discount his fee.
Yes.
He said, but if someone does ask him to do something at a discounted price, he said if it's for kids' charity or someone he loves, instead of discounting it, he'll do it for free. Because he's still not going to change his number. But he'd rather do it for free and donate it. And then, you know, he said the next time, you know, you have to pay. But he said it's either going to be free or the fee. That's it.
I'm going to 100% agree with your friend or whoever that is. Because when I first started in business, I would do the same thing. I will discount. In the beginning, though, in the beginning, it was because of lack of, I would say confidence, because I had the confidence when I first started going into business because of what everybody was saying. But because you were new starting out and your fear is your competitors and how they view you, you try to cut and prices. So because of that part, yes. But it didn't take me long, he'll tell you, before my prices was my prices. And I just felt like, because I'm always giving you more of value, I go above and beyond to give you more in what I offer. So my price is going to be the price. It ain't cheap. Let me just get around. But it's more value in it.
Than what you're paying.
Than what I'm paying. Because what I have learned in all the money that I have spent over the years investing in myself, and my spirituality, let me just be honest, and sitting with people that grew their business to multi-million-dollar companies, I really, really, really learned you can't negotiate with a master.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't. Because masters have proof. They have receipts. So you can't go in and you're not going to argue with freaking Pier 1. Right. Even if you see the same freaking furniture set in Ashley, you're going to pay it. You're not going to argue with Gucci. Because the quality of what they're putting out is their quality. You're not going to go in there and ask them for a discount. Right. You're not going to ask the surgeon for a discount that's doing surgery on you. So anybody that acquire a master skill in their profession, there's no negotiation. They have proof.
Right. Their price is their price.
Their price is their price. Pay it. You're going to pay it. It is what it is. And I'm with him. I would rather do it for free. Yep, because I had to do that when I paid for this course online. I'm not going to say how much it was because this was years and years ago. But it was a lot. And they asked what your profession is, what do you do, how much money you make, all this stuff. And I'll never forget this guy asking me how much money I made and all this stuff. And I was like, I told him, he said, it seemed like was very successful. Why aren't you where you need to be? And I was like, well, if something happened, my family, I'm always helping them out. Somebody need the rent paid, they need some car, whatever. I'm always the one, the savior. He said, so what you got to figure out is how you can make money and still move in the direction that you want to move in, and figure out how can you help people as well, because it seems like you can't get away from that. It seems like that's your calling. So I'll never forget my head thinking, what you mean I got to figure it out? I just paid you. This amount of money, you got to figure that shit. What do you mean?
Supposed to make this work.
I got to figure it out. But the most amazing thing, and when I tell you this was a hefty fee, like it was over 10 grand that I literally put into this course, right? Right. But when I tell you, I promise you, that thing bothered my head so bad that I went home and I could not sleep thinking about what he said, that I figured it out in less than 24 hours. That I was like, I know what to do. I figured it out in 24 hours. That's how bad it was. And from that point on, I said, and I didn't even, here's the funny part. The course was how to make $1 million online. I never even followed through with it because a bunch of stuff happened in between that didn't allow me to go ahead but I still can. The funny part is I didn't even go in that direction. But what he said, I would have paid 3 times for what I got out of
he gave you
those
he gave
words.
$1 million game.
Listen, and that was you got to figure out.
You figure it out. I'm about to do that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a course. I'm gonna charge a whole lot of money.
No, listen.
And they gonna say, "What's the course?" I would say, "Listen, the course is."
No.
Do what the fuck you gotta do. You say you figure it out. That shit was worth $30,000, huh?
But here's the funny part that you have to understand. To a master, and I don't even want to say a master, but to a leader, to someone who actually, as he's put so beautifully a minute ago, he rely on the strength of himself to figure things out. I guess people, when you talking to someone and you know their characteristics, you know who's going to follow through on what. So you'll know what to say to them to get their mind stimulated. Because I was like, what you mean I got to figure it out? I was highly irritated, like,
right.
Okay, but still like, all right, okay. I was irritated. And those words sent my head into mental insanity.
It worked, though.
But I swear to you, that's how I came out with the master plans that I have today.
Shout out to that.
So figuring out that was the first step to help me create.
That's crazy.
Realistic boundaries. So before, there was really no boundaries on the amount of things. Listen, money. There was no boundaries on the money that I would give out to people, on the help I would give to people. That was whether I offered up my home, anything. There was no boundaries for that. So in order for me to push forward and be able to save properly and go in a direction to invest in things that I need to do, when I made money, I had to say, okay, I can't get away from charity because for some reason when somebody asks, and I know that I have it to give, I would feel bad because I'm thinking, damn, they messed up. I'm not going to do it. So it allowed me to set boundaries to say, okay, if I got $300 in my charity for the week, I need to divide that by 7 days. And if it's only $75 for that day, once I run out of $75, that's it. That's all I
do it. That's a healthy boundary.
That's all I got. You need something else, you got to wait till tomorrow till that next amount kick in.
That's discipline.
Then it
too.
helped me it helped me in the field that I'm in now offer that same advice to my clients on how to structure their life and move forward.
Right.
So, I mean, that was the best advice.
You said figure it out.
What? Yeah, we are. So I think that there, huh? You want to add to that?
No, it's not the TVS one.
Oh, okay. You want to add to?
Say what?
What are you dropping? You want to add to that before we close out?
Answering the question.
Yeah.
So I had to think about this long.
I don't even know what's blanking.
No, my little black thing right here.
Oh, blue.
Okay, it's cool.
Okay.
So for me, I wanna think about this. What I learned, and I want to get a shout out to my big bro, Chase International, because he sent this to me. And it's crazy how, because I seen this video prior, and I said I was going to watch it, but I never sat down and actually watched it. And then Chase sent it to me saying, watch it. And earlier this week, I sat down and I watched it. And I want to get it. It was on the Breakfast Club, so shout out to the Breakfast Club. And they were interviewing a guy by the name of Jason Wilson. And I want to shout him out, too. So,
I know
you might have seen more. You might have seen some of his videos on
Talk about men.
Social media. You know, he's a karate guy. You know, helping the kids with their problems and trauma through karate and martial arts.
Oh man,
like he got a nice little following going. And I listened to this brother do his interview, and it was so powerful, so profound, and literally, and then that within 50 minutes of that interview, he has changed my life forever. Within those 50 minutes. I took that video and sent it to every man in my phone. To all my homeboys, my cousins, my brothers, everybody on my phone. I sent it to them. They all texted me back saying, thank you, Kev. I love you, man. This video was powerful. Like, it literally made me want to cry. Some of my homeboys texted me saying they did cry. That's how powerful it was. Like, my cousin said he came and watched the whole thing in one sitting because it was too crazy.
Oh, you got to send that to me. It
was so powerful and profound. And it's two things that stick out to me more than anything. And the first thing that stuck out to me that he said, well, actually it was three things, but the first thing that stuck out to me was that I finally realized the kind of man I wanted to be. That's the first thing. This man in this video, he was so soft-spoken. There was nothing boisterous about him. his tone was yes and like just soft and elegant, as if it was like air just flowing out of his mouth. And I never felt more humble listening to a man speak. Like he was like he didn't yell. It was no tone. There was no bass, but yet he had my full attention.
And nothing better than a man in his power.
He was so powerful being soft. Like I feel like I was his lady the way he was talking. I'm like this nigga lady. Like you would think he was talking to his lady, his wife, but now he talking to Charlamagne and Angelique. Like he talking. This is how he talks. I love it. It was just so. I'm like, in my head I said, this is like this the kind of man I like. It was just so. So for y'all who know me, I know I'm loud, I'm crazy, I talk trash, but he was just so like.
He was power speaking.
He was powerful.
He was power speaking.
He captivating the hell out of me. But so that was the first thing that stuck out to me. The second that stuck out to me, they asked him, Charlamagne asked him, where do he find peace? He said, where do men find peace? He's talking about men in trauma, men in power. He said, well, I had to learn in my life that peace is not a place for me to go. It's inside of me. He said, I can be at peace in the storm. I could be at peace anywhere. That was the first. That was the one main thing.
He sound like me over here.
I'm like, damn. I want to be that. I want to find peace in the chaos. I want to. Peace is a place inside. It's not a place you go.
Yes.
Peace is you. That was a major one, and then the second one.
It's like happiness.
Yeah, and the second one that third one that stuck out to me. That was the third one that stuck out to me. That was crazy, and I don't know how I just forgot it that fast. That's crazy. How I just had it on the tip of my tongue. That freaking fast.
That's because it wasn't there in the beginning. You only had two, and then your brain gave you a third one, and you lost.
Yeah. It's crazy. But this was my original two. The first one I said was my third one, and that made me lose it.
All in the head.
But it's because it was so. I got it right here on my phone because it was so amazing that I had to.
And what's his name?
Jason Wilson.
Yeah, let me write that down.
I'm gonna send you the video.
Oh yeah, send me the video.
It was so amazing that I had to save it, and yeah, it was just so. I got it right here. But the way in which he spoke, and he talked about how he went his whole life with his father. His father never told him he loved him until his father was on his deathbed. But as I said, because his father was raised and breaking generational curses and things of that nature. But I'm really mad I forgot the third one. That's killing me.
It's all right.
No, it was so powerful, man.
Send it to me because I want to look at it.
I'm so mad.
Especially if he shout out to the brother for caring, right? Because I'm telling you, like someone told me when I told them my plans and what I have for people in general, but especially the people that look like you and I. They said in order to pull off what I want to pull off, they said you have to care. You know what I mean? So thank him for caring. You have to care in order to do.
That's a fact.
So shout out to that. Thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in Thursday at I don't know what time because y'all switching the time. 8 p.m. for now. They'll update you if that changed to episode of Gentleman-ish. And we right back here Monday at 6 p.m. But let's talk about it with Sage. And my Sage advice for the day was chase your dreams, not your competition. Chase what matters and focus on the good.
Yes, sir.
Hey. All right. See y'all later.
You are now tuned in to Black Ink Radio.
Turn up.